Hello, hello. Welcome to another Chris McPherson show live Watchalong. We're back for our second match of the doubleheader on a Thursday night here in Australia. Great to have a few of you with us already. Hello, Yom. Hello, Jacori. Good to have you back for a second stream tonight. Perth and South East Melbourne. I tell you what, the Wildcats are in some good form, but South East Melbourne, you can just never write them off. That is a good question. Who am I going to go tonight? I'm going to lean to Perth. I just think they've got something about them tonight, but I don't think by much. But I've just been, they're so up and down, though. They're hot and cold, both these teams. If we get the best of both teams, I think the Wildcats are better. If we get the worst of both teams, again, I actually think the Wildcats are a little bit better. But we've seen more of the best of South East Melbourne this year. So I'm going to lean to Perth. I think they'll get it done in a tight one. Hopefully, an exciting finish. Yeah, home court advantage does help, especially it's a long road trip. If you have a look on a map, like from Melbourne to Perth that's a sort of 4 and a bit hour flight, right? So it's similar to like if you're in the US, it's coast to coast, it's east to west coast. You got to remember it's 9:30 at night, Eastern time now, so the body clocks are out of whack a little bit as well. So it can always be, not always, but can often be challenging, especially in night games, to go over to Perth and get the job done. But these guys are professional athletes, so that's what they're there for, right? Let's have a look at the starting fives for the two sides and the benches as well. We'll start with the visitors, South East Melbourne Phoenix. And we've got John Brown III, one of the imports, big man Geordie Hunter, the captain, the absolute lights-out shooter Nathan Sobey, Hunter Maldonado, who is probably for mine the most underrated player in the NBL. And then the other import, Wes Awundu, the former Orlando Magic man, Pat Ryan, Ellis Bigger, Angus Glover, the red-headed flamethrower from three, Akecha Lear, DJ Mitchell, and Daniel Foster will make up their bench. The Wildcats, one of the best men in this league, Joe Lual-Achul Jr., a mobile big man. He is dangerous. They've got Dylan Windler, their captain, Christian Doolittle, American import, David Duke Jr. Like Bryce Cotton, the five-time MVP, he's out of Providence College. Then we've got Elijah Pepper, a hard-working, hard-hustling baller to round out their five. Their bench, Dante Russo-Nance, Lat Mayan, Sunday Detch, Ben Henschel, Noah Kuaku Hugi, Thomas Gorovich, Cameron Hufner, and David Aquira. That is the way they're made up. But we talked about Sobey before. He has averaged 20-plus points a season for the last 3 seasons. So, sorry, not the last 3 seasons, 3 of his last 5 seasons. The other years he's missed that. He's averaged numbers like 17 and 16 and a half. So he is absolutely can put up some numbers. Doesn't throw down a lot of assists. Southeast Melbourne, Sobey, 30-plus points. Glover, 3 threes. Be some value about that, I reckon, Joel. What sort of numbers were you getting for that all thrown together, my friend? Good to have you back on again. Always good to see you. That's 3 games in 2 days, mate. People start talking. We keep spending this much time together. But good to have you tuning in. Always good to have you all tuning in. Not far now till tip-off. This game obviously a little bit delayed. There you go. So they just pulled up a random stat on the screen here on the ESPN stream. Nathan Sobey is the oldest player in NBL history to have made 7 threes and 7 rebounds in a game. He did so this year for the Phoenix at 35 years and 152 days. The only other person to do that at 35 or older is a man named John Riley, who is the coach of the Perth Wildcats, formerly playing for the Townsville Crocodiles when they had a team in the NBL. Again, we've had a lot of teams go by the wayside in this NBL competition over the years, I'll tell you what. But again, love having you all joined in, watching along. If you haven't already, we'd love it if you could hit subscribe. Give the video a like as well. Always much appreciated. And get into those comments like the guys have. Doolittle for 9 rebounds. Hey, Annie, good to have you back too. Doolittle for 9 rebounds and Glover for 3 threes. Apologies for the profuse amount of drinking you've had to watch and listen to tonight, but came into this afternoon with a fairly cracking migraine, so just trying to push through. It's mostly gone away now, though, so we are good to get on with the streaming. Need to make sure I'm rehydrated for tomorrow. 2 big commentary games of cricket on the Bar TV Sports website. If you're looking for something in the early hours of Australian time tomorrow, so if we go in about 11 hours' time for whatever time zone you're in, check out bartvsports.com.au and you can check out some cricket if you haven't watched cricket before. Don't judge cricket by the standard of that on offer tomorrow in the Melbourne Super League. It is a local competition, but I'll be throwing down some commentary on the first couple of games tomorrow morning. Looking forward to that. After I hopefully can get somewhere around 6 to 7 hours sleep tonight and then roll around again. And we'll be back tomorrow night for the basketball. We are locking that in now. We are committing. Again tomorrow night, what are we going to have? Added Lualachul Jr. 15 plus points and Doolittle 8 rebounds. Oh, that is juicy. Going to be Joel Stace's shout. 2:42 a.m. in California. Love that, Yom. I've seen you on a few of these here. Enjoy having you back. It's always good to see returning familiar faces getting involved in the comments. We're having a chat in the last one. I'm going to try and work over the next week or so about trying to work on getting some players' stats that we can throw up here in the corners, so to speak, somewhere there anyway, liven it up so that the guys can keep up to date. But in the meantime, always happy to let you know if you've got ones you want to check in on. And I know, Joel, you're going to have a few there that we're going to be writing. So, yeah, we'll certainly have a look at those. So, let's have a look here. So, we are almost set here. That's Sobe 30 plus. I said earlier, I reckon he's unders, so you could well prove me wrong. We are getting set for tip-off here. You're going for a big scoring game. JLA 15 plus. So, yeah, looking forward to this and seeing what we've got. So you've gone Doolittle 9 rebounds NE. And we're almost set. Joe Lualachul brings up 150 games in the NBL. Perth come away with it to start here on the first tip. JLA with the ball. Working around Doolittle, step back, thinks about the three. Gives it back, and it's going to be Elijah Pepper for three. Doesn't go. Maldonado gets the first rebound. Awundu swings it wide. Hunter fires the ball. Sobe backing into the lane. Little off-balance shot. He'll go to the line, Sobe, for the first free throws. 5:50 in North Carolina. Yeah, well, as I was saying, if you want to check out some cricket at 4 p.m. in your afternoon, nearly 5 p.m., we'll be on Bar TV Sports tomorrow with some cricket. So love a bit of commentary where I can get it. Always good. Sobe's at the free throw line. 38 seconds gone. There it is. Sobe drains that one. Gets the opening score for South East Melbourne. The visitors are on the board. Sobe, last time these two sides clashed, 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 blocks. He's 2 from 2. Dog coming in for another little cameo. Tail like a little periscope wandering around. Doolittle going down court, driving up against John Brown. Doesn't go. Sobe ends up with it. Don't think he'll be credited the rebound, though. It just spat away. Hunter to Awundu. Awundu drives into the lane. Thinks about getting up. Turns away. No look. Leaves it well short. Duke Jr. gets the rebound and he'll get a foul. It won't be a shooting foul. Yes, it will be a shooting foul. He's driving into the lane, they say. He'll go to the line to try and get Perth's first points. Third plays fifth. This is a big game, this one. Lots on the line. Perth trying to chase down Sydney. South East Melbourne. I want to make sure they win to stay in touch, especially after Melbourne United got that earlier win. Doesn't work out for them, though. None from 2 from the line. And Maldonado's been fouled. He's going to have 2 shots. It's free throws central early on here. No one's got a bucket from general play. South East Melbourne, none from 1. Perth, none from 3. Perth also none from 2 from the free throw line. Not a good start. Maldonado gets that. Makes it 3. Maldonado at the line again. Second one doesn't go. Hunter bumped out of the way by Joe Luala-Chul. Away he comes with it. Good to have you all tuning in. If you're new to the stream, make sure to hit subscribe. Give the video a like as well. That's always handy. And jump into the comment section. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're barracking for, who you think will win, whatever you want to know there. Let us know. If you've got questions about the NBL, if you're just getting into it, a lot of people are. Doolittle dispossessed. Last touch. Love my dog. She's very cute. She's a Doberman, a 10-year-old Doberman. Name's Frankie. She likes to come and pop in occasionally. I'll eventually get my new studio set up in the other room in this house one day when I get around to it. We'll have a nice spot for Frankie so that she can be on camera a little bit more. Sobey for 3. Drains it from deep. My goodness, he can drain a 3-pointer. 6-0. Sobey's got 3. That's a good start for you there, Joel. Duke for Joe Luala-Chul. Swung wide. Pepper comes into the paint. Gets some for the Wildcats at last. Slow start for them. 2 minutes 20 it took for their first bucket. Awundu driving down the right. Lofts it across for Hunter. He fires it at Maldonado. Back to Awundu. They haven't really progressed. He gets inside the 3-point line. Swings it for Maldonado for 3. And it wedges between the hoop and the backboard. Yes, Penguin. Another game of bricks so far. You always find the best ways to sum things up. You got a way with words. Maybe you should be the one commentating. I do enjoy it though, mate. I do enjoy it. You're very much a realist. 1 from 5 and 1 from 3 so far. So 2 from 8. Windler gets to the outside of Wezawundu. Gets over the top. Doesn't go. And Windler touches it last, I think, when it's gone out of bounds. So it'll be Phoenix ball. Is that what we're going with? They've cut away to look at the South East Melbourne coach. No. It's going to be Wildcats ball. David Duke Jr. will inbound. Lobs it deep for Joe Luala-Chul. He gives it off to Duke Jr. Duke Jr. I was going to say I thought he'd mishandle, but we're going to have a foul. Against Maldonado. 6-2. David Duke Jr. drives into the paint, gets to the free throw line, swings it out now for Windler. Goes to the 3, spits back out. Jacory, are you still alive in this game? Have you got bets going here, or was it all one big multi tied up together, one big parlay? Pepper gets into the lane, gets 2, and the N1. 6-4, 1 to come. NBL is painful to watch sometimes, and then other times it is beautifully chaotic that somehow comes together, and that was last night, wasn't it? But sometimes the NBL can be the exact definition of a close game is not necessarily a good game. And then other times, absolutely enthralling. You have Perth money line. You're scared right now. They're only 1 behind. 6-5. Ride it out, Yom. Ride it out. We had a Hawaii with us last night. I think his or her name was, and they decided they wanted to cash out, and they're on Sydney, and Sydney went all the way back from 18 points down at one point. So you never know your luck in a big city. You never know what's going to happen. David Aquira checks in. South East Melbourne inbound on their baseline. Glover's in as well. Sobey goes for 3, doesn't go. Aquira gets the rebound. Goes in, little jumper. Not there. Hunter rebound. Out for Sobey. Lobs it long. Read like a book there by David Duke Jr. Bounce pass in. Pepper sends it out for Duke Jr. Shapes up against Glover. Shapes up a second time. Goes and fires the third. And the Wildcats have the first lead of the night. I think just registered with me that last game, Illawarra did not lead at any point of the match, I don't think. Or if they did, it was very, very brief. Don't think they did from memory. Maldonado runs out of space. Geordie Hunter for 3. Doesn't go. Maldonado comes and swats it out of bounds. It'll be a Perth ball. Doolittle was there. Maldonado overly enthusiastic. Ketchalier checks in. Hunter will check out for a little while. 7-6. 4 minutes 19 gone. Again, good to have you all with us. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If you haven't already, I'd love it if you gave the video a like and hit subscribe. All helps us to spread the word and grow the platform. All that wonderful fun stuff that we're here for. Pepper with a 3. Doesn't go. Alier takes the rebound. Riding it out. I like that, Yom. I like that. Yom, you're in California. Have you got an NBA team? Yeah, we've got the social media channels on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff, but mostly just clipped up shorts of our daily shows at the moment. Just because I do it as a sort of part-timer. But yeah, no Patreons or any of that sort of stuff set up at the moment. We're just going to leave the let the YouTube channel grow. Eventually, hopefully, we get up to that sort of subscriber level, up around that 1,000, I think it is, where YouTube will start to invest some of their stuff back in us. John Brown the third at the free throw line. Misses his first. Home crowd will be cheering here. If he misses the second, they get free Hungry Jack's cheeseburgers tomorrow. Hungry Jack's, same as Burger King. Gets the second one, though. No free burgers for now. We're tied up at 7s after 4 minutes 53. Indiana Pacers. You move from there. That's Pat McAfee territory, right? The Pat McAfee show. I love a bit of Pat. Former Colts punter. Does that mean you're a Colts fan as well, Yom? We were talking about the Colts last night. Aquira leaves that one short, but he's fouled in the act, so he'll get to go to the line. Yeah, I find this whole Phillip Rivers thing really wild. Like, Phillip Rivers was the quarterback of the Chargers when I first followed them. I'm an LA Chargers fan. So they're going quite well this year. Yeah. Still pretty wild though, right? Phillip Rivers coming out of retirement. I couldn't find anyone else. Anyway, entertaining nonetheless. Always good storylines in sport. Aquira at the free throw line. Gets his first. Perth are back in the lead. 5:11 gone in this first quarter. Perth Wildcats up against South East Melbourne Phoenix. 5th, playing host to 3rd in the second game of our doubleheader tonight. Of course, don't forget to check back tomorrow night as well. We'll have Cairns against New Zealand. 2 of the teams battling to keep their way off the bottom of the ladder. Query gets his second free throw. How are your Pacers travelling this year? He's your fantasy football quarterback for years. That would have been some time ago, though. Brown misses a 2-pointer. That would have been some time ago, Yom. I was a teenager when I first started watching Phillip Rivers, I think. Another foul here, and Perth will go to the line for 2. Fouls on Glover. Decided to try and wrestle Christian Doolittle. Perth already in the bonus here. Only halfway through this first quarter. I was surprised when I found out that he's not as old as I thought he was. It feels like forever ago that he started playing for the quarterbacks. They're playing quarterback for the LA Chargers. As Doolittle gets his first. But yeah, I think he started playing. Well, he's the NFL Comeback Player of the Year back in 2013. That gives you a bit of an idea, doesn't it? Doolittle gets his second as well. Played college ball from 2000 to 2003, so he would have still been in high school when he started playing. Yeah, you're missing Hallie a lot, aren't you? Yeah, I thought Miles Turner might have been a good fit, but it didn't work out that way, unfortunately. Now Perth give the foul. Foster's out there and, yeah, just driving his way forward there, Ben Henshaw. Yeah, Miami Heat in the basketball over there. Going back to the Alonzo Mourning days. And Foster gets his first free throw there, 11-8. 4:15 on the clock. Foster up at the line again for South East Melbourne. 11-9. Well, Nathan Sobey got off to a good start for you, Joel, but he's only at 5 at the moment. Needs to get a move on. And he can run a hot run, that's for sure, as can Glover. Yeah, Alonzo was pretty handy in his day. Little step back three from Windler. There you go. That'll get the home fans up and about. Oregon Ducks. Yeah, there's some interesting controversy there, isn't there? That's for sure. I've got around the Ohio State Buckeyes this year. They got an Aussie punter. As South East Melbourne get a bucket there through John Brown. Yeah, and yeah, his dad's a well-known media celebrity here. Doolittle's basket is waved away, but he'll go to the free throw line. Yeah, he's a media personality. Eddie Maguire, his son Joe Maguire, playing for the Ohio State Buckeyes. So, actually had a guy I used to deal with through football here, so rugby. He was doing some S&C with the Ducks for a while there, NE, with their football team, and now he's ended up at the Boston Celtics the last few years. But yeah, I would be surprised if you don't do a number on JMU. Who's the other one that's come in from one of the sort of surprising spots? Was it Tulane? The college playoffs? This is his first free throw. Big numbers last time these two played. Doolittle, 19, 13, and 6. This is his second too. That doesn't give burgers though. 2 free throws missed for a home player. Good to have you all tuning in. If you're just joining us, make sure to give the video a like. We'd love it if you hit subscribe as well. Get into the comments. Nathan Sobey from way downtown. Almost. Swatted back. Foster gets the rebound. Hunter gets the tip. No one gets it in. Glover takes it away. Into the last 3 minutes of the first quarter. That was helter-skelter. Foster thinks about a 3. Drives in against Doolittle. Finds his way under the bucket. Gets 2 points. Back to a 1-point game. 2:47 on the clock. Who do we think takes it out in the college playoffs? NE? What about you, Yom? Are you into the college football as well? David Duke Jr. open 3. Leaves it short, but he got fouled. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws here. He's absolutely foul central. We've had 7.5 minutes of basketball. We've already had 15 free throws. We've got another 3 coming here. This is not meant to happen in the first quarter. IU, of course, that makes sense. Indiana through and through. Duke gets his first and his second. And to a 3-point lead. No, mate, that's all right. I won't call anyone a fanboy. Everyone's got their reasons. I mean, I'm on the bandwagon with Ohio State, I think it's fair to say, after they won last year and they're the 2 seed this year. Geordie Hunter goes to the hoop, takes it all the way. All right, NE. So all 3 of us were saying we've all went in with a shot. Perth get the offensive rebound. David Duke. 2:05 on the clock here in the first. Jayla Chul's there up against Geordie Hunter on the edge of the lane. Drives in. Sobey takes a swat, misses everything. Jayla Chul misses the shot. 17-15, 1:54 to play. They go long for Glover. Glover beats his man, spins away, lofts it up for Hunter. He doesn't get it. Jayla Chul drops it down, almost takes it away from his teammate, and Duke gets it. David Duke goes all the way. 19-15. Shooting not exactly lighting this up. 35% for Perth, 29% so far for South East Melbourne. Make that a little bit less. They've just missed another three-pointer through DJ Mitchell. Duke Jr. flicks it wide. Three-point shot for Sunday Detch. There you go. He's 2 from 2 from the three-point line. That doesn't seem right. No, the stats are just slightly ahead of me by a split second for a change. 1 from 1 from the three-point line. I take that back. 1:10 on the clock. Watch Dylan Windler play in high school. Yeah, right. I assume that was in Indiana. Glover now tries to get the spin away for the three. Doesn't happen. Geordie Hunter gives it off. I didn't realise. I knew he was American. I didn't realise he's Indianapolis. They get the rebound from the Hunter three, and they take the two. Pat Ryan's there. Gets it back to a 5-point game. 40 seconds on the clock. 22-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Three-point shot for Detch. Doesn't go this time. 27 seconds on the clock. 6-second differential game clock and shot clock. Little mid-range jumper. The foul called on Maldonado. Ja'Cory, JLA points, is a big donut so far, mate. 0 points, 1 rebound, no assists. He's been a little quiet early in this first quarter. I think probably played just shy of 6 minutes. David Duke Jr., 12 seconds on the clock, another one of the Americans. He's from Providence, same college as Bryce Cotton. And then we get an offensive foul called on that man Windler. Hey, Step, thanks for coming along. Good to have you here. You're on the Phoenix, 7.1 seconds. They're going to have possession here. Interestingly enough, the sweat towel kids from Perth are wearing South East Melbourne colours. White and lime green. Just a random note. Not that it really matters to anyone. Hunter Maldonado goes to the hoop. Doesn't drop. Doesn't foul. 22-17, and it's quarter time. So let's have a run through the numbers. David Duke Jr., 7 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Elijah Pepper, 5 points. Noah. Dylan Windler, 3 points, 1 assist. And that's pretty much it of note. Sunday Detch, 3 points from 1 shot and 1 rebound. For South East Melbourne, JB, John Brown III, 3 points, no rebounds, no assists. Nathan Sobey, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Hey, Step, Louisville, Kentucky. There we go. I like that, mate. And Daniel Foster, 4 points, 1 rebound. Hunter Maldonado's got 3 rebounds and 1 assist. You were born in the Ville. There you go. Yom, you're connected to everyone, mate. I love this. How good is it? If you are joining us for the first time and you haven't been with us before, we'd love it if you gave the video a like, hit subscribe as well. The more, the merrier. We like to keep on trying to grow this platform and bring you more basketball. We're going to have plenty more over the next couple of weeks, over this run of Christmas games. We're going through this before. I'll have a run through it again. There is games every day, and remembering that we're talking Australian time from, or yesterday, essentially, when the Kings got that overtime win over Adelaide 36ers, through till the 6th of January is the next time we don't have a game. So tomorrow night we'll be covering Cairns and New Zealand. That's not to say we'll be covering games every one of those days, because I've got some plans with the family over Christmas. But yeah, tomorrow night we'll do Cairns and New Zealand from 7:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So about 2.5 hours earlier than this, it'll tip off. Same time as the early game we had tonight. Saturday, there's 2 games. We won't be covering those. Illawarra, Adelaide, South East Melbourne, Brisbane. Sunday, we've got the Tasmania Jack Jumpers and the Perth Wildcats into the Sydney Kings and the Cairns Taipans. Monday, we will be covering this one. Brisbane Bullets and New Zealand Breakers, a cellar battle. That is 7th plays 9th. Then we go Christmas Eve, December 23rd. We'll have Melbourne United up against the Tassie Jack Jumpers. Christmas Eve, we won't be covering Adelaide and Cairns. Unfortunately, Christmas Day, I won't be covering either because I'm going to the Hoops as we have Sydney and Illawarra. Boxing Day, I'll be away. I'm on the road travelling with the family. Tasmania and New Zealand. Then Brisbane and Melbourne, still on holiday mode. Adelaide, Perth on the 28th. Holiday mode continues. Tassie, South East Melbourne, holiday mode. And then we'll be back for the Kings and Brisbane Bullets on the 30th. So that'll be the next one we get back to after the Christmas break. But we are underway in the second quarter, and Nathan Sobey has just gone to pass this to no one, and it's gone over the baseline, but got a touch from Perth. So South East Melbourne will get the ball. But yeah, love the fact that a few of you got on the likes. Plenty of getting into the comments. As Maldonado gets a bucket back for the Phoenix to start this quarter and make it a 3-point ball game. Always good, as I said, to see that happening. I appreciate that. Appreciate those that are hitting subscribe as well. Just looking to continue to grow the channel, bring you lots of basketball action. One day the dream is I could do this YouTube stuff full time. That'd be nice. Talk sport all day, every day. What a way to go that would be. Also open to suggestions too. We had some guys on the last stream that were suggesting maybe some player stats might be able to throw in there. Something like that. We'll work on that. We'll have a look at that over the next few days. But great to have the mix of you. And Joel and NE, I'm writing these bets for you. Not looking great so far, but writing them nonetheless. Early days. Perth inbound. Jalawala Chul gets a shot, and it finally drops. 2 points for JLA. There we go. 2 points. Got one rebound. We're slowly getting there. Miss for John Brown. Doolittle gets a rebound. Jalawala Chul and some more points. There you go. We were talking some Aussie basketball random facts about Chicago last night, Step. There's a guy out here that I commentated, the level below the NBL, sort of like how the NBA's got the G League. We've got the NBL 1, but they play in sort of states. Like each state has its own NBL 1. A couple of states join together in a couple of them. As Doolittle takes a three-pointer. John Brown gets the rebound. And I commentate for the local side here. I did not last season, the season before. As Angus Glover goes for three, drains it. I know that's a bet for a few people, getting some threes from the Big Red. We have a guy called Butch Hayes, who's in his 70s. He still plays basketball. I think he's in his 70s, 60s maybe. But he was Michael Jordan's rookie roommate. Drafted in the same rookie class by the Chicago Bulls. I don't know how many more times I can milk that story out, but I just love it. It's just a bit of randomness. And he's the world's nicest man. Loves basketball and loves using the line that shooters just shoot. Shooters always shoot. Doesn't matter if they're missing, they'll come good eventually. If you're a shooter, you'll come good. If you don't come good, you're not a shooter. David Duke Jr. gives it off. Joe Luala Chul almost tipped away out in front of Glover. South East Melbourne get the stop. They've got a bucket there. And they come back and Glover a three. They hit the lead. How do you like that? Bang, bang. Quick as you like. Tell me they've scratched this off. What's happening here? Nathan Sobey's been called for a foul. Pepper had got into the screen. So that hurts those bets of the three Glover threes. That would have been his second. Pepper had set the screen and Sobey launched into it. Now we've got to travel against David Duke Jr. So good having you join this, Step. Love to see you back some more. Always good to have some friendly faces or names in the chat. Always good. Ja'Cory chasing those JLA points. He's up to 4 now, which is good. Sobey driving into an open lane. Gets up and over. Doesn't go, though. Defensive pressure too much. Tell you what, that wasn't defensive pressure. That was just a very, very ordinary pass from David Duke that missed everyone and went over the sideline. Aquira couldn't reel it in. 7:17 to go in the second quarter here. Good to have you all with us. Jump into the comments, get involved, get engaged. As I said, if you want to give the video a like, that'd be great. If you want to hit subscribe, even better. Geordie Hunter going to work here in the paint. Called for travel. I'm starting to wonder if they called travel in the NBL after some games I've watched recently. We've seen guys taking 4 and 5 steps and may as well just run down the court with the ball under your arm like you're LaDainian Tomlinson. Sunday Detch drives into the lane, gets up and around 2 players, Awundu and Hunter, and gets 2 for the Wildcats. John Brown rebounds his own shot, doesn't get away with it though in the end. It's taken away by Lat May and he gives it off. Aquira over the top jumper, leaves it short, batted down. Awundu takes it. Swings it wide. Maldonado's on the move. Down the right. Swings it now. John Brown, Angus Glover, deep 3. Doesn't go. Kept inbounds by Doolittle. Swung long. Aquira uncontested. Dunk. 6-point lead. Perth nipping at the heels of their biggest lead of the day. Timeout, South East Melbourne. 6:07 on the clock in this second quarter. They've seen enough Josh King. He needs to try and right the ship here. David Duke Jr. up to 7 points. Pepper 5. Queer will be 4 after that dunk. Amazingly, some mediocre shooting against in this game. We had some really poor shooting in the last game. Both teams struggling to keep it over 40%. South East Melbourne at 31% at the moment. So, yeah, fairly disappointing, you have to say. Of course, for those who only joined us on this stream, we were talking earlier. Stu Lash let go by the Brisbane Bullets, the head coach there. Big move for them in his first year of a 3-year deal. Press release said he stepped down, but, we know how these things tend to work. Mutual agreement. I will cut you a check if you take the fall. A tough year, big injuries. Casey Prather, their star American import. He's out with a season-ending knee injury. Had some drama with their other imports. Jalen Adams, the former MVP with the Sydney Kings, signed and was the great hope for them. That didn't really pan out the way they wanted. It actually forced Javon Freeman-Liberty. Well, I don't know if it was that, but Javon Freeman-Liberty left, and then Jalen Adams stayed. Jalen Adams then got let go, and Javon Freeman-Liberty came back. So you put 2 and 2 together, maybe you come up with 5. Hopefully you come up with 4. Maldonado now driving forward, trying to work the 3-point angle. Geordie Hunter will take the 3-point shot. Doesn't go, though. John Brown ends up on the deck, and Sunday Detch takes the rebound. Henshaw sends it wide. Aquira's there. Henshaw back into the lane with Aquira. He flicks it up, tries to milk the foul. Maldonado gets it on the quick break. Henshaw thought about fouling, decided better of it. South East Melbourne back to a 4-point game. A little quiet in the chat, gang. What's happening? What are we watching here? We've got a few. Joe Luala-Chul's points. He's on 4. Nathan Sobey's points. He's only on 5. We're chasing 30 plus for Joel's bet. 3-point shot for Detch. That's an air ball. They've done well. Aquira to keep it in. Henshaw for 3. Doesn't go. Swatted away by Glover. That's going to be Perth ball. That hurts. It's Sobey 30 plus. Glover 3 threes. He's got 1 so far. JLA for 15 plus. He's on 4. And Doolittle for 8 rebounds. Well, he's got 2 of the rebounds. He's probably the closest out of all of them. What's happening here? We've got a bit of an interruption and confusion. Perth take a timeout. There's a bit of confusion over the clock being set as well. And working it all out. But good to have you all with us. Jake Paul this Friday. I tell you what, I've written him off so many times now. I'm loath to do it again, but just surely he can't beat Anthony Joshua, right? Like surely not. That'd be wild. There's some big prices about it, isn't there? Like if you're someone who likes to have a wager, I saw the odds earlier today on something, and yeah, like again, I was listening to the Pat McAfee show today, and they were talking about it. Let's have a look here. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Jake Paul $7.25 in a market that includes a draw. So yeah, that would be wild. I just can't see him going the distance. So he's got to get, like it's a puncher's chance, right? $12 for a knockout or a TKO, maybe. Maybe. Never say never. It's a wild world we live in. I didn't think that he'd win one fight. But, you start having a look at, all the people that he's beaten, right? Like, it's starting to become a somewhat half decent, piece. What's it? Jake the Problem Child Paul, that's him. Yeah, like, he beat Julio Cesar Chavez. He beat Mike Tyson. Admittedly, Mike Tyson's about 1,000. But, Nate Diaz did lose to Tommy Fury, and that's the one that I think matches up most with this, is Doolittle goes for a little no-look jumper, Sobey gets the rebound. But, yeah, I don't know. Even beating Anderson Silva. I know Anderson Silva's not a boxer, but he's a fighter. Wild times. Just the one loss in his career. John Brown, dispossessed. Josh King, absolutely irate. Henshaw, Brown gets it back. David Duke spins in. Last touch was jump ball. It's a debacle. Sobey wants to argue it. That was scrappy and sloppy. Penguin, where have you gone? This is the sort of basketball you like to be upset about. Pretty sure Ben Henshaw stomped on the ball there at one point. They've all just ended up spinning around. Dear, oh dear, that's scrappy. Scrappy. That might be the nicest way of putting it. 30-26, 4:23 on the clock here in the second quarter. Yeah, I think it's one of those things. Hey, Tony, good to see you. Over 180.5. Yeah, look, I'll tell you what, you throw a little, as we might call it here, a lobster, a $20 note. And lobsters, because our $20 notes are a wonderful pinky orange sort of colour. Not that anyone uses cash much anymore. But yeah, that's what we call it. Aussie slang. Jaloala Chul, 2 points. Those sorts of odds. I might do the same. I might have a sneaky little bet. We'll go the knockout. Why not? We'll do that. And we can all come back and celebrate on, I think that'll be Saturday my time. So we'll celebrate if we win on Monday. We can share the glory step. We're back here Monday night, so Monday morning your time. David Duke weaving his way in. Some magic, 2 points. All of a sudden they lead by 8. Yeah, I have to have a little wager because I couldn't forgive myself if he now wins and I didn't. Where's Awundu for 3? Doesn't go. Alir almost gets the rebound. It bounces around everywhere and ends up with Alir in the end. Maldonado thinks about a 3-point shot. 8 on the shot clock. It's back with Sobey. He's deep downtown. 5 on the shot clock. Lobs it in. John Brown, a little juggle, a little shuffle. Goes up over David Duke. Thought he might have got a foul. Didn't. Perth come away with it. 3:08. Henshaw for 3. Doesn't drop. Brown. No, we're going to have a foul. Alir's been called for a foul. He is looking like a ticking time bomb about to go off. Nathan Sobey's restraining him. So Perth will have sideline ball. 3:06 on the clock, 14 the shot clock. Yeah, Tony, that over 180.5 doesn't help when you've got one team shooting at, well, they're down to 40%. The other team shooting at 28%, South East Melbourne. And that doesn't help either. Doolittle just fumbles that over the sideline. This has been far from a clinical display of top-class basketball, I think would be a nice way of summing this up. Starting to make me question my decision to commit to staying up and watching this game. It is about 10:30 at night here at the moment. And I am really questioning my life decisions, considering I've got cricket commentary in the morning. Anyway, here we are. Here we are. There's some more as John Brown collides with Dylan Windler. And another offensive foul. It's just sloppy basketball. I don't know what to say. Help me out here, guys. Help me out. What do we do? David Duke goes to work in the lane. Swings it wide. Doolittle. Pepper. Salt and Pepper's here, and he's in effect. He gets the bucket, and it's a 10-point game. Biggest lead of the night. Thank God I got you guys to keep me company, because otherwise I'd be going insane talking to myself. Hey, Liz. They don't want to score because they want me to lose money, all fake games. I haven't had any bets, so you're going to go and get a workout? Get amongst it, mate. Get amongst it. Bit of Chinese basketball. Maybe that'll be my next deviant way of streaming. I'll get some Chinese basketball and find a way to watch it and give you some updates. Where do you watch that? Step, let me know. Do you watch that? I don't know. Some good basketball in some of that sometimes. As Windler gets a hoop. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. I don't know what's happening here. $38.26. It has counted. 2:01 on the clock. John really is. Yeah, it is. The money line is looking decent. You were nervy early on. NBL is a joke. No one is hitting tonight. No player can even score 10 points, let alone 15. Yeah, it doesn't look like it in this game. There was plenty of people getting 10 points in the last game. MA. That's a interesting username. But yeah, South East Melbourne, just 2 from 12 from 3-point. Like some of these teams, just the amount of 3-point shots they keep putting up. And I know we talked about it before, and I talked about the illustrious Butch Hayes and his shooters keep shooting, but my goodness. Melbourne United the other week, last weekend against Sydney, I think they shot 1 from 20 something. These guys are 2 from 12. Like, it's not working. You're shooting 15% or less from three-point line. There are a few streamers, and they'll show some live on FanDuel. Yeah, okay, cool. I have to check it out. I haven't watched a lot of it, but I might have to get into a little bit of it. Have a look at the time slots and stuff. But anyway, good having you with us, mate. Get into that workout. Go and throw some of the tin around, my friend. Get amongst it. Always a good way to clear the head and shake off any bad beats. Hopefully our little Jake Paul wager gets up and we might see you next week, Step. Sobey going to work here. 1:46 on the clock in this quarter. Sobey with a bounce pass back inside. This is just so scrappy. Glover for 3. That doesn't hit either. Windler comes away with it. Look, I try and stand up for the validity of sports. But yeah, this is poor, and this is supposed to be 2 of the top 5 teams this year. We started off with such a good start of the season as Pepper goes for 3, and that's horrible too. Sobey with a rebound. Yeah, well, New Orleans Pelicans came out here in the preseason. They played South East Melbourne and Melbourne, and they did crush them. That is exactly right. Well, there's a big gap between the NBA and the NBL. Anyone that thinks otherwise. Some of our best players, they could mix it. But again, it's only a few. I mean, we've got JaVale McGee, and he's doing okay. He didn't have his best night tonight. There's another missed 3 for South East Melbourne. Honestly, someone stop them. Just Ben Henshaw throws a no-look pass to no one for Perth. This is, yeah. Nathan Sobey, he's going to go for another 3. Another miss. Like, I'm better start swearing here. This is just ridiculous. Elijah Pepper, he gets a bucket. There we go. 40-26. Yeah, they've scored 9 points in this quarter. Like, Josh King's going to call a timeout. 40-26. Sobey's been given a warning here. We've got 32 seconds, 11 seconds between shot clock and game clock before before halftime. Sorry, feels like it should be 3/4 time. I wish it was 3/4 time. This is Angus Glover just misses a simple layup. Jalo Alachul pulling it up. I tell you what, I said about the unders on Nathan Sobey. We should have just taken unders everything in this game. Dear, oh dear, this is bad. Hopefully someone goes and gives a few people some uppercuts at halftime. Yeah, Tony, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I mean, Josh King's a bit rogue, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. What have we got, a foul here? Another foul. But more fouls than points, nearly. Yeah, well, maybe that's why we should bet the unders, Liz. Who knows? I didn't have any bets, but some people did. 5.5 seconds on the clock. Timeout, South East Melbourne. But seriously, like, what are we up to foul-wise here? Let's have a look. Only 6. Only 6 from Perth. It feels like a lot more. 11 from South East Melbourne. So 17 fouls. Yeah, okay. Maybe I was exaggerating a little bit. Dear, oh dear. Oh, well, again, thank you guys for keeping me company, because it's probably the only thing keeping me sane right now at this point. It is a pretty ordinary game of basketball. One player, 2 players on 9 points at the moment. So we'll recap all the points in a moment. 5.5 seconds to go in the half. I'll take a break and we'll come back and we'll push through into the second half. Hopefully it gets better. Update on JLA. I can do that for you, Jacory. He has 6 points, 3 rebounds. So he's going okay. What are you chasing again for him? Remind me. Remind me what you're chasing. $40-26 in a low-scoring game. You'd think 14 was the end of it, but it's not. And we've seen teams come back from here. Joe Luala-Chul flicks it off. 2 seconds. 3-point shot. Doesn't go. They're not going to get another shot away. That will be half time and a diabolical half of basketball. I know where my man Penguin is. If he comes back, he will tear everyone a new backside. But anyway, let's run through the scorers. 6 points, Joe Luala-Chul. 3 rebounds. Over 18. Jeez, any overs in this is going to be tough. We need a different second half. Dylan Windler, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Christian Doolittle, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. David Duke Jr., 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Elijah Pepper, 9 points. Nothing else to talk about. Sunday Detch, 5 points and 1 rebound. Ben Henshaw's got 3 rebounds and an assist. And David Okwira, 4 points, 2 rebounds, no assists. So that is the Perth Wildcats. South East Melbourne. Hunter Maldonado's got 7 points, 3 rebounds and an assist. John Brown, 3 points, 2 rebounds. Geordie Hunter, 2 points, 3 rebounds. Nathan Sobey, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Pat Ryan, 2 points and 1 rebound. And Daniel Foster, 4 points, 1 rebound. We've also got Angus Glover, 3 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. And a Ketchalier with 3 assists. 3 rebounds, sorry. It is a very, very dry and very grim stat line across both teams. But at halftime, it is Perth 40, leading South East Melbourne 26. Come back for the second half. It's got to be better than that is about the best selling line I can use for you. Hopefully talk to you all in the second half. I'm going to take a little break, go and get some rehydration in, maybe grab a snack, and I'll be back with you very shortly. About 10 minutes for the second half of the Perth Wildcats, who sit 5th on the ladder, taking on South East Melbourne Phoenix, who sit 3rd. I promise you, there are some good teams in this league. We'll be back on the Chris McPherson Show soon. Oh, hello. I'm back for the second half here on the Chris McPherson Show. Another NBL Live Watchalong. Good to have you with us. What do we got to say there, MA? They may as well just start kicking basketballs out to the crowd to catch hold time instead of playing out the game because they can't get the ball in the hoop. Yeah, well, that is true. Just give me 1 sec. The game's about to get underway, but we've just got a little technical issues. I'll be right back. Apologies for that, guys. We are still here, just waiting to get back to it. Unsurprisingly, no points scored while we're waiting. 17 seconds gone. Ball's gone out of bounds. South East Melbourne ball. Geordie Hunter going to work here up against JLA over the top. Hook shot. Hey, we've got a bucket. Look out. Hold the phone. This is not a false alarm. So if you can't get the ball in the hoop, just don't touch the basketball at all. Go home, leave it for another day. Yeah, look, I think, you get a few attempts, but 2 from 15 and 2 from 12 respectively. Can they score 35 each in one quarter? They can. I just don't think they will. Because what did you need? 170 something? So what's that? 68 at the moment. So you only need another 100. Yeah, look, you only need... it must be more than 170 surely. 50 a quarter. Foul from Pepper. Are we on, Tone? Just remind me. 190. Nathan Sobey drains a 3. Here we go. South East Melbourne are starting to light up. Back to 9-point ball game. 1:05 gone in this quarter. Windler pulls back for 3. He doesn't get it. Gets his own rebound, though. Swings it out. David Duke Jr. thinks about a 3, please. Oh, he's missed the 2. Maldonado comes away. Sobey with the ball again. But he hits for another 3. This one does not go. Geordie Hunter gets the last touch. Does he? He does. He's not happy with that call, but that's how I saw it as well. Look, I'd love to say that I'm enjoying this quality of basketball. I can't lie about that, but I can say I'm enjoying having you all along for the chat. MA? You seem to be finding joy in everyone else's misery here, mate. What's going on? Come on. 40-31, 8.5 to go. David Duke Jr. throwing his head around like he's... Is it Willow Smith? To whip my hair back in front? I don't know. Pop culture, not really my thing, but that's what it looked like anyway. Certainly never a dull moment in the NBL. But there's some pretty ordinary basketballing moments tonight. (40-31), 8:12 on the clock here in the third quarter, and we've got a foul. I should have had that snack at half time because there's now something stuck in my throat. Henshaw inbounds. David Duke Jr. finds an open Windler in the lane. Can't get there. Throws it back. Henshaw. Another missed 3. And that's got to be a foul on Doolittle. So now Perth are 2 from 14. South East Melbourne 3 from 17. So a combined 5 from 31, which is about 16% shooting for three-pointers. South East Melbourne 26.8% overall. Perth 41%. South East Melbourne have got Hunter Maldonado and Alir both on 3 fouls at the moment. You call him Alir, but that's an Australian rules footballer. David Duke Jr. for 3. Hey, he gets one. 3 successful 3-point shots exist, gang. Should be both embarrassed, not matter who wins a game. I have to agree with you, MA. I have to agree with you. I try and be positive where I can. I like to be positive, but Oh, not a whole lot of positivity. Turnover, lobbed out in front. Windler gets up. Drops down for 2. 42-34. No, it should be 45-34. I put the 3 points on the wrong side just before. My bad, guys. There we go. I was going to say that got a lot closer than I thought. South East Melbourne. Where's a Wundu? Surely that doesn't drop. No. I can't keep up with the madness. 45-31. Wildcats ball. Yeah, they should just take the points off both of them, I reckon, MA. What do you think? JLA is going to go to the line for 2 here. He's been fouled. Jump into the comments, guys. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Good to have those of you with us who are persevering through a pretty rough game. I wouldn't blame you. Where's Curry when you need him? Not playing in the NBL. That is the answer to that. That is the answer to that. JLA gets a bucket. Well, not a bucket, a free throw. 46-31. 7:07 on the clock. JLA gets another. They lead by 16. So, despite the Phoenix starting fast here, it's 7-5 in this quarter. They need 2 more buckets to outscore their last quarter. Brown and Duke tangle. Maldonado driving into the paint. Doesn't go. What a surprise. We're more surprised when they do drain shots. Duke. Just sloppy. Duke in. He didn't even take the ball with him. Sobey's going to go all the way uncontested. Surely he can't miss that. No, he can't. Dunks at home. Nathan Sobey takes it to double digits. Second play to get to double digits after Duke. And Jayla Watchalong scores uncontested at the other end. That's about the only way they can get them. Uncontested dunks. 49-33, and we're going to have a timeout. I did David Duke dirty before. Maldonado stole that before Sobey went down and got the uncontested dunk at that end. 49-33. Well, the good news is that they only need 7 more points, South East Melbourne, to get past the least points in a game by a team. $40 points going back to 1983. Devonport versus Hobart, the old Tasmania battle back in the day. But 55 would get them on the top 10. And if they keep this up, they might end up there yet, just yet. I think some of those games might have been played in 12-minute quarters. They like the NBA. Anyway, let's try and find some positives here. Maldonado goes long. Perth somehow nearly hit that into their own basket there. That would have been outrageous. They can't get in the other one, but they get it in the opponent's one. Maldonado for 3. That's not going to go. Geordie Hunter tries to tip it in for 2. Doesn't go. Windler misses the rebound. Hunter goes and tracks it down. That doesn't go either, but there's a foul. Oh, my word. Yep, and I can see you guys dropping off in droves because this game is abhorrent. Melbourne needs Bronny James. Mate, he'd look like a superstar. What's he doing? He's not getting minutes for the Lakers at the moment, is he? Can't say I've been keeping up with the Lakers, to be honest. Maybe they're all pre-drunk for the upcoming holidays and don't care about showing up. Yeah, maybe, Tony. It's it's hard to take this display seriously. There we go. J. Luala gets a bucket. There we go. Then we're starting to come back. Oh, I missed a bucket. That's how well I'm going here. I've lost interest in them. Apologies. I'll be better than that. I'm not going to do what they do and switch off. Geordie Hunter goes for 3. Hey, another 3-pointer. That's 3 in this quarter. Look out. We might actually get to some sort of almost partial plausibility. I wasn't going to say respectability, but let's not get carried away. Joel O'Alachul back for Henshaw. 5.5 on the clock here. Henshaw for 3. Oh, another 3-pointer. Look out. It's raining threes all of a sudden. And out to 25% on the 3-point shooting. Sobe. Well, we did say shooters keep shooting. No one of any that's getting paid to play basketball can go that cold for that long. Owundu gets a 2. Now we're starting to get some points flowing. 54-40. Well, they've equaled the lowest ever score in NBL history, so that's good news. They've still got just under 15 minutes to get a run on here and, maybe turn this into a semi-normal looking score. David Duke Jr. steps back for a 3 and airballs it. When I just start to get some hope, that happens. He had an open, clean shot inside 2, decided to step back and take a 3, and he airballed it. I thought the Melbourne United and Illawarra game was a little clunky, but yeah, tonight has not been a good display of NBL basketball. Last night was better. They all take acid tabs before the floor. Yeah, that would be the worst thing that could happen to us as John Brown gets a steal and gets a bucket. I could not. I'm going to say it now. I would really struggle to go to overtime in this game, Tony. Don't wish that on me, please. Don't wish that on any of us. The small cluster of us that have stayed up till this silly time to watch this game. It might not be that silly of a time if you're over in the US. It's probably getting back to a normal time, but still not the point. Geordie Hunter for 3. Gets another one. The threes are raining now. 9-point ball game, 4:02 on the clock. We've got lots of players in double digits. Perth's got 3. Jalen Malachul's up to 12. Nathan Sobe's at 10 for South East Melbourne. David Duke Jr.'s got 12 as well. Elijah Pepper's got 12. Elijah Pepper somehow has 12 points, no rebounds, and just 1 assist. He's not doing much apart from shooting. But yeah, please no overtime. We've got a timeout, 4:02 to go here in the third quarter. If we can just keep the ball in play and keep this rolling, let everyone get out of here, let everyone get home. As I said, we'll be back tomorrow night, Cairns and New Zealand. I thought that was going to be the tough watch this weekend, but can't be worse than this. Can't be worse basketball than this. New Zealand will be short favourites on the road in Cairns. Well, not that short, but short enough. Saturday, at Illawarra, Adelaide. Illawarra have lost 3 of their last 5. Adelaide, their first loss in 8 last night. South East Melbourne, they'll be back in action against Brisbane. And the way this is going, they will have 4 losses from their last 6, and Brisbane have lost 5 or more on the trot. So, getting some warnings on the run here. John really is getting very fired up. He's going to write a not polite message on his little scrub down whiteboard. So yeah, South East Melbourne, surely even if they can't play this badly. If they play this badly against the Bullets, they'll lose. The Bullets have lost 6 in a row. Another offensive foul. It was an 8-second backcourt violation. That's the one thing. Perth are missing a point guard. They don't have a point guard. Jerron Rilly's out. They got rid of Mason Jones, former G League MVP. He just wasn't working out. He was not playing well. I'll tell you what, someone should sign Ben Simmons. Where's Ben Simmons right now? Talking about him last night. He hasn't got an NBA gig. Aquira swats that out of Foster's hand, back into Foster's hands. Geordie Hunter's going to go for 3 again. That one wasn't too bad. Sobe thinks about a 3, drives in. Glover will go for 3. I love a 3-point shot, South East Melbourne. I'll just keep shooting them. They don't mind. Doesn't matter if they're missing. They're just paid to shoot. We're not paid to hit. They're just paid to shoot. Normally works. Jalen Malachul loses the ball. complains he didn't get the foul. Geordie Hunter was backtracking. It's fair enough. I think the referee's got that one right. Just joining us for the first time, get involved in the comments, give the video a like, all that sort of fun stuff. Hit subscribe, that'd be nice. I promise to deliver you better basketball games than this in the future. And it's not just because it's late at night. It's just a very, very poor game. Geordie Hunter thought about winding up for a three from about a metre outside the three-point arc. He's going to try and take it to the basket. Doesn't go. Then Perth, two players fight each other for the rebound. And it goes out of bounds. South East Melbourne ball. Sums it up, guys. Sums it up. Tell you what, MA, maybe we should have all taken acid. It might have made this game a bit more interesting. Glover with a three. There we go. All of a sudden, 6-point ball game. Tell you what, Tony, if you've jinxed us and you take us to overtime, look, I'm not going to do anything about it, but I'll be quite annoyed. What else can we talk about, guys? Well, nothing's happening here. David Duke gets 2 points. Talking some NFL before in the other game. NBA. I haven't even caught up on the NBA highlights from today. It's been such a busy day. Sobey drains a three. All of a sudden, I'm starting to find points. Something going on here with the scoring. I've got 56-53. They've got 56-51. Let's check the official scores. Perth hit a three. Aaliyah gets a two. That'll make it 59-53, and he'll go to the line. Yeah, there we go. 59-53. There we go. We're fixed up now. Apologies, guys. Dropped the ball a little bit there, but we're back. As I was saying, NBA games today. Just the two, wasn't it? Light after the NBA Cup final. The Knicks winning that. Gets the free throw. 5-point score differential. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. I think my Heat are in action tomorrow. Yom's gone to bed, I think, even though it's in the morning. Maybe gone to work. Just given up on the bets. Heat versus Nets tomorrow. Geordie Hunter gets the rebound. Perth can't score. 1:38 on the clock. I think all of those bets on overs sort of numbers. Oh, that was just... How did he get a foul out of that? That's a crap shot. And then they fouled him after the fact. It's just compiling. It's compounding. Yeah, I'm going to switch to the Chinese basketball. Might be the project for tomorrow. Work out how to watch Chinese basketball. Could be better than this, Tony. What do you think? You're still here sweating. Hey, Yom. I'll tell you what. Maybe we'll go and watch the Chinese basketball, Yom. This is disgraceful. Foster's at the line. Your Pacers playing tomorrow, Yom. Let's focus on something more positive. Yeah. There we go. Only up 4 now. Get the second free throw. Just looking through the games for tomorrow. No Pacers tomorrow. This Thunder side, we were talking about this last night. Are they going to beat the 73-9 record? Hey, Step, you're back. Yeah, it's diabolical basketball. You'd be glad you're not watching it, to be honest. It's bad enough that I'm having to commentate it for you. Hunter gets a stop there on Henshaw. Yeah, look, if you had a multi through a bunch of unders, you're laughing all the way to the bank. Could have made millions here, MA. Leah thinks about threes, but as it currently stands, both teams have shot 5 from 18 from 3. And that's improved from where they were before, guys. So it's a while. Another stop. Sunday Detch thought about a 3. Gives it into Jaylo Alachul. 40 seconds on the clock in this third quarter. Jaylo Alachul. What you got there? Foul? He stepped out of bounds. The referee was just about to signal. And they cut. Two free throws for Jaylo Alachul. JLA on 12 points. 12 points he's on. 39.6 seconds on the clock here. Now I'm going to make a quick dash to refill my water at 3/4 time because I've gone through all of it again. So some sort of bug flying around here. That's off-putting. Not that you guys are too worried about that. There we go. He gets the second one. 5-point ball game. Wundu inbound. Foster working it down the left lane. Wundu runs a half screen. Doesn't go anywhere. Foster just, the lane opens up. Swings it wide for Geordie Hunter. Why would he not just take the close range jump shot? That is wild. Swung it out for a 3-point shot that they haven't been working at. Dear oh dear. Glover flicks it wide. Oh, Ali is going to take a contested 3-pointer. That makes sense, guys. Foster. There we go. 2-point jumper, close range. Makes sense. 60-57. 3 seconds on the clock. David Duke's going to take a big 3-point jumper. If that goes in, I'll eat my hat. 60-57 at 3/4 time. JLA 13 points, 4 rebounds. Dylan Windler 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. David Duke 14 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Elijah Pepper 12 points. That's about all she wrote. Ben Henshaw 3 assists. On the other side, JLA 13 points, 4 rebounds. Dylan Windler 10 points, 7 rebounds. Hang on, that's the same team. I'm reading through the same list twice. Don't mind me, guys. It's gone to my head. Geordie Hunter 15 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Nathan Sobey 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Just bought some donkey milk. That'll do you. That'll do you. Better investment than betting on this game. Anyway, we'll wait and see. I'm going to fill this water up. I'll be right back, guys. Don't go too far. I'll even update that scoreboard because it's not half time anymore. I missed that. I'll put it to the 4th quarter. There we go. Should you take Perth live? I can't recommend anyone bet on this game. It is not a good concept. It's not a good concept. These two teams are poo. 43% shooting and 33% shooting. They have taken 45 shots from 3 points. Like, they're reckless. Thank you, Quinton. Hello. Good to have you here, mate. I'll be back in a sec, guys. Give me 2 secs. All right, we're back in the definition of a game that just sums up that close games are not good games. Quinton, nice of you to join us. Those of you just joining us, love it if you hit like on the video, maybe even hit subscribe. Please don't hold us responsible for how bad this game of basketball has been. If I could control it, I would. It's 11:05 at night here, and at this point, I just want to go to bed. But hey, I'm enjoying bringing this to you. I enjoy getting engaged with you guys, so get involved in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Maldonado thinks about a deep 3, gives it in to Brown instead. They play the percentage play. It still doesn't work. No bucket. 60-57, Perth in possession. And Perth fumble the ball back over halfway. It's a backcourt violation. 31 seconds gone. Wowee. A coaching staff member who is screaming instructions at Perth. He looks like he's about 25. Just put a kid on and go out there and play, mate. You can't do any worse. Ali Spins, spins, spins. Finally gets 2 points. There we go. 1 point ball game. Tony, I'm still holding you responsible if this goes to overtime. Please, please don't do that to us. We don't need that. I'm surprised the crowd is still there. I would have been tempted to leave. Especially if I knew I still had half an hour to drive to go to my bed. 2 points, David Duke Jr. He's leading all scorers. He's got 16 now. Where's Awundu? Did he get the bucket? No bucket. No free throws instead. No, inbound ball. Both these teams are due for overtime. Tony, don't mess with me like that, man. It's only midnight. 3-point shot for Maldonado. That does not go. Henshaw gets the rebound. No, Pepper gets the rebound. Apologies. It's a 40, not a 10. Minute and a half gone in the fourth here. All I can say is I never thought I'd be so excited to move from this game into Cairns versus New Zealand tomorrow night. 3-point shot for Perth. Again, does not go. Awundu gets the rebound. The amount of rebounds that have been on offer just from missed shots tonight. That's where the stat padding's at. Glover goes into the paint, flicks it back to Awundu. Glover drops deep into the pocket as an option. Awundu slices in between, spins, pirouettes. Glover throws it from way downtown, doesn't go. Brown gets the rebound. That surely is a foul, and it is an offensive foul. Pepper's there holding his ground. John Brown's telling him to change it. He did sprinkle some on Melbourne to win it, plus 384, Quinton. Look, wasn't the stupidest bet with some of the swings and roundabouts we've seen. I know last night we had someone on here and they had 200 on Sydney, and I think the cash out was down to about $50, which tells me that the true odds is probably $5, $6, so 600, 700. Yeah. Hawaii, nice to have you, man. What's the time? What's the time in Hawaii? Morning, early morning, mid morning. I don't know. Time zones all mess me up. David Duke gives it off. Oh, now we're going to go from 3-pointers from downtown. That is Dylan Windler. Honestly, someone take away their 3-point licenses. 209. Yeah, okay. So you're not that different to us. You're only 3 hours in front of us. Yeah, right. Another 3-point shot. Another miss. What are we doing here? Why? Why do you keep insisting on shooting 3-3? But 53-point shots tonight. 50. They've hit 12 of them, which is a big improvement on what they were doing. But still, what? Just stop. Just stop. It's not your night. You haven't figured it out after 20, nearly 33 minutes of basketball, 33 minutes of basketball. Yeah, you're a day behind. So, yeah. So, you're Thursday morning. We're Thursday night here, nearly midnight. It's 11:10 p.m. So, yeah, I said ahead. 3 hours ahead, but a day behind. So, 21 hours difference. Yeah, you definitely are. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be Thursday morning. Although sometimes I don't know what day it is. This game has turned my brain to absolute gruel. I was going to say mush, but gruel. Gruel is a fitting word. Windler drives down the court, and he's fouled by John Brown. Okie dokie. Be inbound ball. Dylan Windler and Josh King, the Melbourne coach, having a bit of a laugh together. Yeah, Perth are winning. Perth are winning. Gracie, how are you? They are winning at the moment, whether they win the game or not. They've led for nearly 30 minutes of this game, so you would hope so. But anything's possible in this weird NBL world, especially the way these two teams are playing. One of these teams just need to put like 3 buckets together in a row and it'll blow the other side away. Yeah, Liz, it's a weird game. Had 4 points here so far this quarter. Liz is right. Only 11,000 people sitting there watching this, paying to watch that. Update on JLA. He's at 13 points. 13 points, 4 rebounds. You're chasing 18 plus. He could actually get there. This is wild if he does. That'd be. Can't imagine many overs are saluting here. David Duke Jr. at 16. I wouldn't have thought his overs line would have been 19 or 20. There's JL8. Oh, he's missed a jumper for you there. That hurts. Geordie Hunter swats it out. He's got a finger in the eye. Finger went up his nose. Even better. Good times. Look at the big man getting fingers in the eye tonight. Hey, Terrence, good to have you here. Yeah, it does look like another crazy finish. If you're joining us for the first time, guys, make sure to give the video a like. Love it if you hit subscribe. And as I've said multiple times tonight, please don't hold me responsible for the ridiculously poor nature of this game tonight. We're back tomorrow, though, with Cairns versus New Zealand. 15 points in the fourth quarter total. Yeah. That's the thing, though, Liz. There's 6 minutes to go, so it could be 50 points. They actually got some of their shots. I mean, South East Melbourne are shooting at 31% overall. Oh, Perth go for another 3. Doesn't go. What a surprise. Colour me shocked. Geordie Hunter gets a rebound. Been nearly 80 rebounds in this game. Nearly as many rebounds as there are points. Tells you what's going on. 62-59, 5:51 on the clock at the moment in the fourth quarter. Subs are being made. David Duke's going to go and have a rest. He's absolutely turned one on. South East Melbourne will have the inbound from the foul. They're all actors. Oh, that'd be the greatest prank of all time. Just got us sitting here watching them. They're going to start commentating on Netflix. What are we like in Thursday night football? I'm not even sure what that is, M&A. There we go. South East Melbourne get a bucket back. 62-61. Okwera's back out there. Sunday Detch with a hit and spin. Doesn't go. Is JLA on the floor? JLA is not on the floor currently, Jacory. Up to tomorrow. LA Rams, Seattle. That's a big game, Thursday night football. Should you go with Melbourne or Perth? I would advise you don't bet on this game at all. It is ridiculous. And for the first time in all of these streams, I'm close to agreeing with Liz that there's some questionable things going on in this game. David Duke Jr., he gets a 2. There we go. They go back to a 3-point lead. 5:05 on the clock. Seahawks have got it. That game's kind of, like, I know it's only week 16, but that's almost the decider, right, for who finishes on top in the NFC. As Perth get the rebound. They're both 11 wins, right, in their division. I mean, yeah. Times for those two. Oh, that looks like some goaltending. What are we going to have here? Well, it's goaltending. 2 points go the way of Doolittle. As I said, if anyone wants to learn about cricket, I thought the cricket was bad, but it's better than this basketball. I'll be commentating cricket on a website called bartvsports.com.au tomorrow. So bar, as in like a pub, tvsports.com.au in the morning. So in 9 hours. Geordie Hunter drains a 3. Well, there you go. They can hit them. Hunter's actually got a couple of them now. That's his second. He's 2 from 2 somehow. No, that was free throws. He's 3 from 9 on the threes. 4 from 10 now. 4 from 10. 66-64. 4 minutes 20 on the clock. Sunday Detch is out there. Doolittle's out there. Who's down the corner? We've got a JLA. No, that's David Okwera. So still no JLA. Not really helping your cause, Jacory. I think Melbourne have got it from here. Glover tips it in for another 2. And we're all tied up. And Tony, I'm getting my Voodoo Tony doll out. And look out. Just look out. Timeout called Perth. 3:59 on the clock. It is a tie game, Quinton. I'm about to absolutely, excuse the language, but I'm about to absolutely lose my shit. I'm sorry. But I can't help it at this point. Will do, brother. Will do. Keeping an eye for you. Step, you're still floating around. What's happening in the Chinese basketball? Surely something better than this. These guys. These are two of the sides in the top half of our league. That's how good we're going. Plus 384, yeah. You should have had more. Any price a winner, especially a big one. That's what I like to say. Yeah, man, this is... Maybe Liz is onto something. Liz, do you know something we don't know? You're part of the Illuminati or something? Nah, you're right, man. I'm glutton for punishment, but I love my hoops. I've been trying to Google how I can watch the Chinese basketball in Australia, though. I think I've got to watch it on like one of the betting apps or something. Put 100 on it, Quentin. That's nice. I'll buy you a couple of steak dinners, my friend. Get amongst it. Maybe something a little fancier. Maybe treat yourself to something nice. Let's be honest, if I did that, I'd just go and bet it on something else. That's why I try not to bet too much these days. Used to work for one of the betting companies, actually, so that's when, funnily enough, that's when I did the most betting ever. But anyway, 66-66, 3 minutes 58. Referee's having a chat with the South East Melbourne coach. David Duke's got the ball now. I was really hoping this was going to be finished at 11:30. Yeah, we might be on target. Maybe if it goes to overtime. Be 3 overtime games in a row. 3 in a row? 2 in a row. Game before did not go. 3 in a week or so. A few of the ones we've done lately, they've been good. This one, not so much. David Duke Jr., what about them apples? I like that. That's a nice shot. Little hook shot around the body. Around the defender. Angus Glover now. Geordie Hunter tries to set a screen. He bounces off it. Glover goes for 3. Doesn't stick. These guys just have no fear when it comes to shooting these 3-pointers. 53 3-point shots tonight. 53. I wonder what the record is for most unsuccessful 3-pointers in a game. I can Google that while we're going here. Doolittle. That ball was in the hoop. It was in the hoop. And then it's out again. And now we've got a foul. James Harden holds the record for most missed 3-pointers in a game multiple times. Parlay's looking okay on the Chinese basketball. The Houston Records hold the record for the most missed 3-pointers in a single game with 47 misses. 47. Bulls and Hornets tied for the most combined misses in a regulation game, 75 in total. So you got to go about 80% of that as JLA is back on the court and he's missed a free throw. He's back for you, Jacory, but he's not helping you by missing free throws. Gets the second one. Takes you to 14 points. He's going to really make you sweat this. Sobey going to work. Drives to the 3-point line, takes a 3-point shot. Gets a 3-point shot. There we go. They've got the lead. That's the first time in, I don't know, since the first quarter they've had the lead. No, we're all level, sorry. Got my maths wrong. Getting carried away. 69 all. 69 all. Free throw didn't go up before. Jalawala Chul has taken the ball into the first row. Is he going to go to the line again here? Might have been fouled on the way through. Jacory, we could have something here. Yeah. Geordie Hunter just reefed his arm. You can go to the line for 2. You can I could get him to 16 if you can get both these. 1. Takes him to 70. Not a miracle that either of these teams are going to get to 70. There's a good chance both of them do. Good to have you all tuning in, though. Thanks for sticking with it through a tough watch of a game. He misses the second one, so he'll stay on 15 points. 2:20 on the clock. Awundu with the ball. Yeah, as I said, if anyone hasn't already, I'd love it if you hit like. Even better if you hit subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow night with some more basketball. Tomorrow night Australian time. So Friday night our time. Thursday morning for a lot of you. Friday morning for a lot of you. Late Thursday night maybe, depending. Your parlay's looking good right now. Who you got, JV? JV Wavy. Busting the rhymes. I like it. Swung out wide here. Henshaw. They hit a three. Yeah, there's been some threes. Henshaw gets one. Wild times, Quinton. Wild times. They lead by 4. This gives me some faith that maybe, just maybe, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, maybe we're not going to overtime here. But yeah, get around it. Love it if you hit subscribe. Thanks to the few of you who have tonight. A few more subs. Let's keep ticking away. I want to get to that 600. Early Jan. That's the goal. Any update on JLA? Yeah, he's back on. He's got a couple of free throws. We did go through that. He's at 15 points. So 15 points with 1:48 on the clock. So the bad news for you is he is not known for throwing 3 points down. He's going to need to score twice more, but if he scores twice more, he gets it done. Like we were talking about before. So what do we got here in missed threes? It's not that bad after all. It's only 42. 42. What were the numbers before in the records? 47, actually. 47 is the most misses. When you allow that this is 40 minutes and that's 48 and we've still got 2 minutes to go, that is on par with the worst ever in the NBA. They had less than 1 a minute. These guys are going to be over 1 a minute. If they don't miss any more, they'll be at 42 from 40 minutes, 47. So basically, this is the worst three-point shooting in professional basketball. I'm just going to put it out there. Like, that's... See if there's a thing here. No, nothing here in terms of NBL records. Yeah, that's wild anyway. Ball's back in play here. 1:45 on the clock. All you need is points. Yeah, man, I'm cheering for you. I want someone to win something here. This is Nathan Sobey for 3. He drains a 3. 73-72. 1:37 on the clock. Please don't do it to me. Just, if there is a God, this will not go to overtime. That'll be definitive proof that there is no religion. Apologies if anyone's strong on their religious beliefs. Doolittle for 3, and he misses again. So that's another missed 3, but there's a foul somewhere here. I think it's on Jalo Alachul. He has been the one doing the fouling, not being fouled this time. 73-72, 1:19. Tell you what, Quinton, you might be a sniff here. You might be a sniff. Honestly, I said it before. If a team could go 3 scores in a row, they probably win this. Just back to back to back. Just score 3 drives in a row. And possessions in a row. Wrong game, not NFL. 3 possessions in a row. Covering next stream. It is tomorrow, and it will be Cairns versus New Zealand in Cairns. New Zealand are the favourites. Hey, Quinton. South East Melbourne get a bucket. They've hit the front. Hold the phone. 1:06 on the clock. The Phoenix have led for 3 minutes in total this game. I think all of it was the first quarter until now, and they might lead for the last minute. Henshaw's going to go in, try and get a 2. He does. A bit of contact. They're back in front. This is helter-skelter. 75-74. 50 seconds on the clock. Sobey's got the ball. Seriously, 3 possessions and score. They score here. Let Perth score. Score again. Sobey's going to go for 3. That is dumb hoops. Don't go for 3, Where's window. They got the rebound. My goodness. What is wrong with these people? Just go and get a 2. You trail by 1. Go and get a 2. Nathan Sobey, stop trying to hit 3-pointers. Yeah, you deserve to lose. Foul called against South East Melbourne. One of the coaches has come flying onto the court. He's going to get tech fouled. Please tech foul him. That's what we need. Any coaches challenge it. My goodness. Yeah. 100% Quinton. Dumb hoops. Yeah. What's that line from Forrest Gump? Stupid is as stupid does. Elijah Pepper's up to 17 points. David Duke's got 20. JLA still on 15, unfortunately for you, Jacory. 25.1 seconds left on the clock. South East Melbourne. They've missed 27. They've missed 18. 45. At this rate, we could end up with more missed 3 points than the record in the NBA. That's going to be Perth's ball at this stage. The foul's been called on John Brown, but he and Joel Lualachul are tangled up. And there's a coach's challenge, CG. So if you're just joining us now, thank you for coming on late in this game. You haven't missed a whole lot. It's been pretty average. And a successful coach's challenge. John Brown's up and about, so it's going to be jump ball. We think it's going to be a jump ball. We're just waiting for confirmation. 25.1 on the clock, so 1.1 second differential between game clock and shot clock. And it all comes down to this. What a time to be alive, Quinton. What a time to be alive, Jacory. Step, thank you for soldiering through. I hope that gym workout was good, man. I feel like I need to go and throw around some weight now and get this frustration out. I'm just going to get bed. I'm cooked. Clock's been adjusted, 25.5. It will be centre court jump ball. Geordie Hunter, Jalo Alachul going up for it. JLA wins this. South East Melbourne surely got a foul. Perth are in the bonus. Yeah, right, Felix. We won't tell anyone that you're underage gambling, my friend. That's up to you. Oh. Jalo Alachul's been called for a violation on the jump ball. South East Melbourne will get the ball. That'll do me. What's going on? No, Perth won't be shooting free throws. It's going to be South East Melbourne ball. Jalo Alachul's been called, CG. If you're just joining us for the first time, love it if you hit like and subscribe. Get around the channel. This is going to be some finish. This is possibly the worst game of basketball I have watched in my life. Yet somehow it's going to come down to the wire. Doesn't deserve it. But hey, a little bit of excitement at the end. At least it's not just a blowout, right? Anyway, Sobey, he'll probably just shoot three again because that's what he keeps doing. He's nearly cooked them just before doing that. He's got the ball, and the shot clock's going to run out. Shot clock runs out. These are investments, not bets. Yeah, well, it's looking all right now. You can thank Nathan Sobey for being a potato. 10 seconds on the clock. Perth. Chew up some time. Try not to get fouled for a couple of seconds. Get it down. Oh, what's happened here? 2 minutes 10. No, that's not right. Someone's doing something with the clock. Oh, there we go. Clock just said 2 minutes 10. I was like, wild. 11.5 on the clock. Perth's ball inbound on the sideline after the shot clock violation. Well, you're getting a warning because he's reaching across the sideline. Yeah, $8.50. Investing big stuff and all of the pocket money there. And he's been fouled. So David Duke Jr. will go to the line. It could even be JLA for you, Jacory. What are they doing? This is some, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, what do we had? 61 three-point shots. I mean, South East Melbourne ended up looking okay from three-point range. 10 from 37. Yeah, Perth shooting free throws now, CG. Again, guys, thank you for persevering. Really appreciate it if you hit subscribe. David Duke missed his free throw. High rolling. I like it. I like it, Felix. Keep investing. It's investing when you're winning. It's match fixing if you lose. No, not really. Just kidding. Just kidding. Let's take the bad beats. There we go. Gets the second one. Get out of here, Tony. Get out of here. 11 seconds. They take a timeout. You're killing me. You're killing me, Tone. Come on. 76-74. It's after my bedtime by about 3 hours. What are these guys doing? I say nothing good happens after 2 a.m. Nothing good happening after 9:30 p.m. here. Whew. The dog's got the right idea. She's asleep next to me. Good choice. Here comes the last 3 attempt of the game. Yeah, look. If they give Nathan Sobey the ball, Quint, like, yeah, probably. He doesn't care. What's he done so far? Nathan Sobey, 4 from 9. Angus Glover's 2 from 8. Jordy Hunter's 4 from 10. Like, I mean, 4 from 10 and 4 from 9 aren't horrific numbers from 3-point, but, you know, when you got guys none from 3, none from 3, a bunch of none from 1s, like I said, their numbers aren't too bad. Yeah, it's just the numbers have ended up okay. They've gotten a lot better in this second half. But they missed so many in the first half, as I said. 45 missed 3-pointers. That's more than 1 a minute. Mind-boggling. Sweating under 152.5. Jesus, you must have taken that in the run. I lose bread. Wow, yeah, anyway. You don't want a 3-pointer here. Or going to OT. 11 seconds. South East Melbourne ball. Sobey's inbounding it. That's good news. Oh, I've got a foul here. Oh, dear. Foul against South East Melbourne? What? I don't know. Dylan Windler, and he's going to be fouled out. This has had everything. It's had absolutely nothing, but it's had everything. Yeah, he's hooked the neck of John Brown. Like, they're both sort of niggling and holding each other a little bit, and Windler. South East Melbourne are in the bonus, so South East Melbourne are going to go to the line. Thanks, Quinton. Hopefully see you back tomorrow night or next week, mate, when we're back on. Appreciate it. You've been good company along the way, my friend. They're going to have a coach's challenge here. I think it's going to be unsuccessful, but South East Melbourne are going to go to the line. Yeah, Felix, I'm guessing that total was in running. %85 chance of me losing my absolute mind, Tony. That's what it is. Problem is now we've got 2 free throws. If they hit both of them, if they don't, well, then they're going to foul again and we're going to go down the other end. Well, yeah, it's good for your bet, Ja'Cory. Yeah, CG. Dumb hoops, and we're going to get more dumb hoops. Superb. Just what everyone wants. I just got to hope that John Brown misses a free throw. Like, that's our best bet here. But then we'll go down the other end for free throws with 10 seconds on the clock. Coach's challenge unsuccessful. Colour me pink. Colour me shocked. Oh, there you go. It's actually a technical foul. Because, yeah, it's a tech foul because it was before the ball was inbounded. So there's a chance. Hey, Chich. Yeah, shake your head at Perth. They've pooped the bed. But South East Melbourne, John Brown at the free throw line for 1 free throw. He gets that. And now it's South East Melbourne ball. They've got 11 seconds to get a shot away. So overtime not happening. Hey, Manny. Look, right, there's been a heap of these games coming down to the wire. Don't take this as being a good game, though. What are you on, Manny? Let us know. Jordy Hunter gives it off to Nathan Sobey. Nathan Sobey going to wind this clock down. Don't take a 3. Nearly turns it over. Gets in. Mid-range jumper. Brown. Gets it. South East Melbourne lead. 1.4 on the clock. No timeouts. Can't get it. South East Melbourne win. That is wild times. Hang on. Hang on. Perth timeout. We're not done yet. Well, live at any point. Probably not tonight. It's not over yet, Felix. Perth's called a timeout, I think. Just wait here. Just wait here. 1.4 on the clock. No, there was subs coming in, so there's no timeout. Yeah, had to come back, Quinton. You're right. They go long. If they can catch the pass, no, Sobe takes it. And South East Melbourne win it. My word. Yeah, correct. 51-46 second half. Felix, wild times. Bad beat. Happens. Back to investing, my friend. JLA, 15 points, 6 rebounds, no assists. Dylan Windler got a double-double, got fouled out, 10 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. David Duke Jr. top scored, all comers, 21 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Yeah, Quinton, nice win. Enjoy those stakes, my friend. 17 points for Elijah Pepper, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. And they're the main numbers for Perth. South East Melbourne, Geordie Hunter, 18 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. Nathan Sobey, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. And Angus Glover, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Hunter Maldonado had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 7 points. A big thank you for all of you for tuning in. Those of you that stuck through all the way or popped out in and out again. Quinton, Step. Corey, you were here early. Who else did we have today? Jacory as well. Tony, as much as you tried to wish our way to overtime. Felix, thanks for jumping in late. But yeah, again, CG, all you guys, thank you. Appreciate it. If you haven't already, love it if you hit subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow night. Cairns versus New Zealand. But until then, have a good night. It's time for this man to go to bed. Thanks for tuning into your home of the black and white of sports. No grey opinions. We'll see you again next time.